states. You did 3-2 in the MAC Red. Did this year kind of surprise you a little bit?
Actually, we weren't really 100% sure what to expect because we had a really young team. But the way it turned out was, we were happily, ended up with a good note. Let's say like that.
I mean, your assessment of the record then was just pleased, but you kind of were, did you think you were gonna end up with this record? Well, maybe midway through the
So,
season.
so record wise, we actually really wrestle a pretty tough schedule. So like record wise, we don't really look at it that much. It's like where do we end up, And so with the young guys we had, um, and we never really seemed to have our full team lineup, and
Because of injuries, or
injuries and eligibilities, just things like that that come up throughout the season and stuff like that. So, um, I think towards the end of the year, we started kind of getting an idea of what our best lineup would be, and we put our best lineup that we could at the time out there at the team regionals, and we did it. I thought we did a pretty good job there. So,
and you had like nine or 6 or 9 guys that went to the regionals. Well,
so
9 guys
yeah, so nine, yeah, so 9 guys
went to
and,
regionals.
to regionals, and yeah, and young group. There's only 2 of those that were seniors. Um, Couple freshmen lost in the blood round. We had a senior losing the blood round, and then 6 of them are going on to state.
Did they draw any blood in the blood round?
That's just like, blood round is like you win, you're in, you lose, you're out.
Yeah.
That
So,
round. So, but
it was a pretty young team this year.
yeah, not just young grade wise, but experience wise too. We had probably more brand new wrestlers than we've ever had, and I can't even remember when. Just
And
guys trying it out.
yeah. And what guys kind of stood out for you this year that maybe you weren't really, that you were surprised that they stood out, or maybe not surprised?
Um, well, in turn, like besides the 6 or 9 guys that you were talking about, I would say, um, we have a couple new guys that never wrestled before, and they're really making big strides. And the reason why they're making big strides is because they literally show up every day and they work hard and they train hard and they got great attitudes. But Jackson Stanzik was one of them. He came out. We tried to get him out in middle school football, 7th and 8th grade football. We coached that too, and he didn't do it. Didn't do it, and he popped in at one of the meets early in the season and just decided he was going to do it. All of a sudden, he's practicing with these guys going to state.
And what weight class is he?
He's 144, but really he's probably 144, 150.
So that's a pretty powerful weight class. I mean,
For a
the guy,
freshman.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guys in that group usually are pretty. They're not only strong, but they're good athlete. I mean, they can move around faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fast and strong, I guess, is probably a better way to put it at that weight class. And who else was the one that maybe?
So a couple other freshmen that, well, David Guerrero, he's funny too because he's another one that we had on the middle school football team, and I just because he was a bigger guy and we were looking for bigger guys, and he came out in the summertime, and we're just kind of jogging around, warming up, and I'm just talking to him, and we're like, okay, 3 forward rolls, and he he would put his hands out like he couldn't do it, you know what I mean? And I said, you know what, you're gonna remember this day. And he finally got the forward rolls, and now he's like, he doesn't miss anything either.
He mastered it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we're excited. We're totally
So
excited.
he's going to states too.
No, no, no.
No,
He's one of the guys that
he will go to states, maybe, huh?
he said that the other day too. He's like, hey, you know what? You think I can place at state? And I said, why not? And he's like, well, I'll do that my senior year. I said, why wait to senior year?
Who else do we have going?
So just we have. I'll be honest with you. There's a long list, but Rashad Hardman, he's another kid who just literally just keeps showing up and just keeps getting better. Um, we had Justin Rizzo who came out last year as a first year freshman, and he's knocking on the door. You know, he almost made it to regionals. He lost in the blood run at districts, but another kid, you know, just young kid we're excited about.